Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all keeping safe. Sorry, let me just shut that up. I don't know why my phone's just going absolutely crazy. Joining me for this watch along is Kevin. And Kevin, thank you very much for coming back on. Good, your second appearance in 2 days, and listen, to be a trooper, to be still awake at what's it like, midnight in Malaysia, and he's joining me for a Bundesliga watch along. So thanks very much for coming along.
Yeah, no problem, mate. Actually, we have done this. I've done this countless of times with a lot of Arsenal games, whereby the games usually start at about 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So, for the love of football, though, sometimes sleep is a sacrifice. So I don't really find it that tough, though.
Yeah. So do you live on your own then, Kevin? Do you have folks that you might wake up, or?
The advantage is I'm living alone right now because my parents are basically in the other part of town. So they are about 3 hours away from me. So I can stay awake at odd hours, though, and catch up with many games and watch live streams. So that's not going to be an issue. But if I were to go back home, that's going to be a different question mark, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. That's pretty good. So yeah, like I said, guys, we're going to be watching Bayern Munich versus Union Berlin. So yeah, obviously it's kicks off at 5 p.m. So how have you, Kev? Have you been watching any of the Bundesliga since it's returned? Have you watched any of the highlights or anything?
Yeah.
What do you make of it? What do you make of football
actually
being back?
Yeah, it's good to have it back. That's a positive thing, because we have all, let's be honest here, all football fans really miss football for quite a while now. It's been 2 months, I would say. So yeah, to have it back and to see a ball being kicked, that's the main reason here that we are all gathering. As you can see, many channels across YouTube, the platform, we have found that many people are doing watch along. That's a good thing, because that shows the love of the game, and also proves a vital point to all club and football owners, that to show that fans are the most vital part of each football club. So it's a really good thing, I would say. Yeah, with having football back right now.
Yeah, exactly, and I agree with you. And what did you make of yesterday's games? Obviously, we had Dortmund versus Schalke. And then we obviously had a few others. So what did you make of those? What did you catch any of the Dortmund match? Obviously,
I didn't bother on the yeah.
Obviously, I know that we were on the quiz on Simpy's channel at the time. So literally, it was sort of like I literally jumped on Claude's stream after to catch the second half. But a lot of people were saying that the players looked leggy. You know, like, I mean, I've just listened to the Cologne match, and it was a great game. Like, it was like it ended in like a 2-2 draw. I think it ended, you know, from about the 60th minute, the players just looked a bit leggy. You know, like they were just, they weren't that great. They just looked a little bit. They looked like they weren't really interested.
Like jaded, yeah. They look like jaded,
like a little bit tired.
Yeah. The thing is, Daniel, football. Most players weren't able to train properly. Yeah, they weren't having the facilities, and most of them ought to be training back at home. So when they were training back at home, proper instructions like the managerial talks on how do they defend in certain circumstances, how do they attack, how do they man mark and stuff like this. There's so many discussions that would be going on in the training session, and them missing most part of that training, due to this pandemic, has really caused them to be kind of like confused, I would say. Because yesterday when I started to watch the highlights between the Dortmund and Schalke game, I noticed that there was very much similar, so many minor errors, mistakes. It's some things that mistakes that you can see this in normal circumstances, but when you were to find out that in a high-profile match, in a derby match, and I just remember that one of the Schalke keepers was kicking it directly to a Dortmund player, and that guy just freed himself up, teed up Haaland to score. And I was wondering how can this happen actually? Because and then it took me by storm that these players never had proper training as well. Preparation, yes, they would have had preparation, but training-wise, I highly doubt it, because they weren't really prepared actually. And the government and the FA of the German FA would want to complete the season as soon as possible. So I totally understand on the jitters, the early jitters that they would have in the league resumption. So it's totally understandable. I feel it will happen the same way as the Premier League as well, because these teams are playing behind closed doors without the fans. And especially in Dortmund, because Dortmund have this so-called famous, the yellow wall. So these things really play a pivotal part. For Dortmund, their fans are the 12th man. So I reckon a lot of Premier League teams also is going to find it tough and to cope with this situation and scenario right now.
Yeah, and I guess the Premier League are going to be looking very closely at the Bundesliga and how they get on this weekend. And it's like I said on Claude Stream yesterday that I fully expect there to be a little bit of tiredness in the players, because they've not played for 2 months. So coming back after 2 months off and doing next to no training, it's going to be hard for them. It's going to be, we have to realize that there's going to be a few bumps in the road. The players aren't going to be up to fully fitness. They're going to be a little bit out of match practice, and it is going to be essentially like pre-season, because they're not going to be fully fit. They're going to be a little bit, not only will they probably be nervous about the current situation, but they'll be a little bit, playing with no fans. They'll be, that's hard for them as much as it is hard for us. And I
totally agree, man.
I fully understand that the players will find it hard, and it's, listen, watching games and not being able to go to the games, it's going to be hard for everybody. But listen, we're in a pandemic at the moment, so we've just got to make the best of what we can.
Yeah, Daniel, I'd agree at a certain point, a certain degree, of course. But the thing is here, the resumption of the league, and we are going to see a lot of lackluster performance. Let's be honest here. A lot of teams are going to be like, they're going to play off their pace. Yeah, they're going to play off their pace. You can see many teams will be missing pace, the direction of the game. The pace of the game was more likely will be much more slower. You can see that players would tend to because our players, the Premier League players, are reactionary towards the fans actually. So they react because, let's give an example here that if we remember Arsenal versus Tottenham, there was one point when Tottenham was leading the match, and when the fans were pumped up, our players reacted. And if in this circumstances, if Arsenal were to play Tottenham without fans, of course, we want to see how their mindset are, and will they be up for the challenge though? Because that's something that's going to be different, and it's going to take a toll on every single players. Yeah, the players with the strongest mentality, would be able to cope. But the players with the mentality issues, yeah, these are the players they're going to be below average, I would say. Like I'd say a Granit Xhaka, because these guys, they really depend on the fans' voice, yeah. Although he's not one of the most popular figures among the fans, but these guys, they have a very low esteem, self-confidence. They need a kick in their butt to perform, and if they don't get that, they're going to be anonymous, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Listen, I agree with you. I fully agree with you, because the fans, it's so clear to see, especially with the Bundesliga, it's so clear to see how it's so clear to see how that they're, you know, football, part of football and the majority of football is not going to be, is not great without the fans. So the fans make up. Listen, fans are important, and I hope that when fans do return to stadiums and you know, pack and sell out stadiums, I hope football clubs start to appreciate fans, because at the moment I don't think football clubs appreciate the fans at all. And hopefully, if the one thing that this pandemic will show is that playing football behind closed doors, it's not the same. And you know, I hope that clubs realize that when football does return, because they do need to, they really do need to, you know. And you know, fans make up a lot of their income, you know.
I agree with you, Daniel. Daniel, I got a quick question here. I just noticed that Chadwick was asking, what's your German favorite German player of all time? What's your favorite German player of all time?
Probably my favorite German player of all time was, I was a big fan of what's his name? What's the guy's name? I'm a big fan of Thomas Müller. Listen, I think he's a quality player. A big fan of Tony Kroos. Do you remember Kroos? The really good player, really good player. But yeah, Germany have produced some fantastic talent. Big up everyone in the chat as well. Listen, I've not really scrolled through all the chats. So yeah, big up everyone in the chat. Melina.
I'd like to give a shout out for Melina, Simpy, Zidane, the Flag and Anthem Kid, Omar, Arsenal Baller, and Chadwick.
Yeah. Taylor Omar, listen, he said he's going to flip through 4 streams. fair point.
It's a tough thing to do, 4 streams.
Yeah, that's mad.
Daniel, do you rate Miroslav Klose? Miroslav Klose.
Yes, I forgot about him. I actually forgot about him. Listen, guys, Kevin, if you don't mind keeping an eye on the chats throughout the game and that, because obviously I'll
sure.
Keep an eye on it. Yeah. So, guys, Kevin's going to keep an eye on the chats during this watch along. I'm not entirely sure if the lineups have been released yet.
Last I checked, the lineups were released. Dan.
Oh, were they?
The lineups were. I'll just go through the.
Yeah. Have you got?
I'll just go through the. Okay, so we'll start off with Bayern, and of course the keeper is Manuel Neuer, and their left back is Davis, center David Alaba, Jerome Boateng, and then Pavard on right, and then Thiago Alcantara and Joshua Kimmich in midfield, the central midfield, and Goretzka, Müller, and Gnabry. Those are, I presume, Muller's an attacking midfielder, and Goretzka and Gnabry in the wings, and Lewandowski up front.
Wow, that's not a bad lineup. That's a pretty good lineup. Let us know in the chats what you think of that lineup. Obviously, just under 10 minutes till kickoff, I believe.
Yeah, though Union Berlin. Yeah, I don't really remember any of those players, though. To be honest with you, the only player I can think of there is probably Subotic. Subotic is the only player that I probably know, and the other guys, I don't think so. Because the German league is not that fond. So we are all towards Bayern and Leverkusen, and of course Schalke, Dortmund, teams like this.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Listen, I think most people will be all eyes will be on the Bayern Munich team.
Of course. And perhaps Arsenal can get through their recruitment and probably see some upcoming talents here, because they were keeping an eye on. I'm not sure whether are they keeping an eye on Davis. Davis and maybe a Thiago Alcantara, because these two guys were linked previously a few months ago. They were linked, but was it happening? I don't think so. With the current circumstances we are in, it's highly unlikely Arsenal would sign. But if Bayern Munich were to give an opportunity for all the academy graduates here, we can somehow put one or two of their academy players here in the coming summer transfer window.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've definitely got to get recruiting players, and we've definitely got to start shipping out some of this deadwood. And like I said on Friday to you, I said I think that part of the way that Arsenal are doing it is they are just putting out there that they've not got much money, so that they'll get players at a cut price deal. Everybody's quick to jump on, oh, Arsenal's got no money, and it's going to be the same season again. Listen, even when I first heard the story, I was like, oh, here we go again. And then I stopped and thought about it, and I remembered Raul Sanelli's comments about, you've got to be smart in the window and listen. There's something about that guy that strikes. There's something about that guy that strikes like he seems to know what he's doing. Quietly behind the scenes, he seems to know what he's doing. Listen, I know there's a lot of people out there that don't think he's great, and that they don't think that he is better than Gazidis. But listen, anyone's better than Gazidis. that guy just ruined the club right from top to bottom. That guy is just, I was not sorry to see his Arsenal.
He was a parasite, he was a parasite, Daniel, actually, because I met him once. I met Gazidis once when he came over down to Singapore. A few years back, there was new jersey release, our home kit, the navy green, so they were doing this release, launch release in Singapore in the Marina Bay Sands. So I went up there, and there was some interesting questions here. Among the first questions was, what do they think about Ramsey? Because that time Ramsey was in his last year of his contract, and they were still negotiating on a deal on his contract extension.
Yeah.
And they were asking Mkhitaryan and players like Peter Cech and all this whether that he would extend a contract or not. And upon finding out that he's not going to extend a contract, they were still discussing on the deals of his transfer. So he already gave out the statement that he's no longer looking at his future at Arsenal. And on the contrary, we saw that Gazidis came up and said that the talks were positive. And how can the talks be positive when the players saying otherwise? The players were saying that he would like to venture another opportunity elsewhere. And he's coming and he's saying the talk is all good. The contract talks are progressing well. That made me really doubt and skeptical. Yeah.
Listen, Gazidis, and when he said like that, we're going to be competing with Bayern Munich.
Oh my God.
Yeah. How did that work out? Every time we played Bayern Munich, we kept getting slapped 5-1 each time. I remember we lost 10-2 on aggregate once. And is that competing with Bayern Munich? Because in my opinion, that's not competing with Bayern Munich.
Daniel, the last time we beat, many fans came up to me and said that, you lost 10-2 and all this, but you remember that time they came up to me with this ridiculous statement, You just see how deluded these Arsenal fans are, They just came up and told me that the other time that, hey, you remember that time we got knocked out on away goals rule with Bayern Munich? We won 2-0 at Alliance Arena, and we got knocked out on away goals. Even Neuer was scared to give us the ball. And I was like, give me a break, will you? But they done to us. They practically scored over 30 goals with us in the last 6 or 7 seasons. And we had players. Look at the players, the class of players that they have. They have absolute good players all over the pitch, and they are doing bits, They have a proper overlapping defensive sides. Their fullbacks often overlap. You can see both their fullbacks overlap. They contemplate each other with their wings. So most likely Gnabry and Goretzka, they often contemplate among one another, and that's what makes them even more stronger, I would say. And in Arsenal, on the other hand, my goodness, our defenders, our fullbacks, they don't contemplate with our wingers. You can see our wingers running one side and our fullbacks running the other side. And most of the time, we find out our fullbacks will be the most advanced players than our wingers, and that's baffling. How can our wingers be moving backwards, sideways all the time? They are nowhere to be seen, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I absolutely listen. I fully agree with you. What are people saying in the chat, Kev? What have we got there in the old chat?
Okay, we have got Taib in the chat. Big up, Taib.
Yeah, big up Taib.
Whoa, most of them seems to back up with Bayern. and Simpy has got a good question here. Is Arteta going to be watching Boating today? As we are linked to him countless of times.
Yes, yeah. That is proper mad. Listen, we don't need him anywhere near the club. Currently
he's expired. Yeah.
Currently 4 people watching. Do smash a like on the video and do share it around and subscribe if you are new. I think we're like 2 minutes away from kickoff. So let's fire up my stream. Now this better work. After testing it before I come on air, like this better work.
All right.
So yeah, let's see what's going on here with this.
It's a good time to check on the players. Yeah, it's a good time to check on the players that we are linked with.
Yeah, it is. Especially not not that I want us to be linked with Boateng. Yeah, I don't want us to be linked with Boateng. All right, let's have a look here. Right.
Simpy, the answer to your question, yeah? All right, Daniel, we got a good debate here. Taib has brought up a question here.
Yeah, go for it.
Kevin, do you think leaving Highbury was necessary?
I don't think we should never have left. I don't think we should never have left Highbury, if I'm being honest. I don't think we should never have left Highbury. I think it was a mistake. I think we were sold a dream as fans when we left Highbury. So yeah, currently kicked off. The game's just actually kicked off right now.
And I agree with you, Daniel, about the Highbury thing. Yeah, it shouldn't. Yeah, I understand we need a development progress of the club moving in the right direction. We are a massive club. We need a massive capacity seating stadium. Yeah, I get that. The thing is, the club was doing so well in that small stadium. Yeah, I'm not taking the piss out of that stadium. Yeah, but that stadium was an absolute great stadium. I literally, Daniel, the other day when I watched Henri's documentary, I literally cried. I don't know how I cried, but I literally cried because one of the great moments as a football fan when I watched that documentary, when I saw him, the passion, the stadium, the stadium literally moved me to tears. Yeah, because I watched that I was watching football for 10 years in that ground, in that stadium via television. Yeah.
Yeah.
People say that we don't watch games live in the stadium, so you're not a real fan. You are just sitting in another part of the country and just complaining about football. I don't see it that way. Sometimes it's not the club that loves us, it's us that love the club. And the attachment, the bond that I had with Highbury and the players that came through Highbury, it was really special. And I felt we moved way too soon. That I would say we moved in way too soon. We should have given up to about 2010. And then yes, because the players we had and Wenger's policy of ditching all players 30 years and above, that was another mistake as well. Because when he sold out all the players that were 30 years and above, we literally lost our foundation of the club.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I absolutely do agree with you. Listen, it's for anyone that's interested, they're just currently knocking the ball around at the moment. There's not really a knock going on. Well, Lewandowski's just had a shot. I don't know how my stream is, probably a little bit behind yours, Kevin. But yeah, apparently.
Oh, I think your stream is faster because I just got a glimpse of Lewandowski.
Oh, you just got Lewandowski's shot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm listening to this audio commentary, and man, it sounds weird with no fans there. I can tell you, it's proper weird.
You know something, Daniel? The other day I read in one of the articles on news, I think, they developed some sort of a device that gives this background noises about fans, like this jeering, cheering, and booing. There was an app, I think there was an app and an audio device developed so that the players don't feel that isolated during playing games. What are your takes on that? And should it be implemented in the Premier League if it goes through?
I'm not so sure, Kevin, if I'm being honest. Listen, I'm not sure. I'm not so sure how they would work that out.
Yeah, that's the thing, because having I would say this sound effect, how much is it going to influence the players? Yeah, I don't think so. It's going to influence much on the players, because players really depend on the players really depends on the presence, the urgeness. Yeah, the sound is something very common. Yeah, it's something very common. And how loud can you go through it? Yeah.
And it's like they always say, the players as well, that they're not really paying attention to the fans when they're on the pitch. They're just concentrating on playing their own game.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's just ridiculous, yeah.
Which is weird. Do you know what I mean? It's how can you not be interested? You know, how can you not be paying attention to the fan?
I felt I was reading the other article about Arsene Wenger the other day.
Manuel Neuer just made an absolute brilliant save.
This guy doesn't age us, I guess, man. Then this guy doesn't age us. Manuel Neuer.
So Manuel Neuer is a great keeper. Listen, he's a quality keeper.
You reckon the Germans really come up with good keepers? Yeah, they had Olivier Kahn back in the 2002 World Cup, and he was a good goalkeeper.
Yeah, you can tell there's loads of streams going on. Only 3 people watching live. Who have we got on? What's going on with the chats, Kevin? How are we? What are people saying?
Okay, Simpy came out with, I had a weird dream like Arsenal chose him. Arsenal chose Simpy to be the only fan behind closed door and games, and I was singing Arsenal songs for the whole 90 minutes. Simpy as an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, that would be mad. That would just be absolutely mad.
And Berlin is playing some pretty interesting football right now, yeah? Union Berlin.
What's that, sorry?
Union Berlin is pretty much very simple. They're playing a very simple game, right?
Yeah.
They're too slow, I would say.
Let's have a look here. Oh, Berting, there we go. And people want Berting in our defence.
Oh my God.
Currently 6 minutes gone in the game. It's not bad, actually. This system, I'm trying out this new. I've literally got 2 pairs of headphones on, one with the game on and one with you on and the chat. So it's actually
it's
not
okay,
bad.
Daniel. You'll cover the stream, and if there's any like ongoing, then I'll switch over here so that I can see what's going on, and then I can explain to the guys that's in the chat as well.
What's that? Sorry, Kevin. Say that again. Oh.
You just can tell me what's going on in the game so that I can just give it an insight about what's going on through the chat as well.
Yeah, no worries. Well, obviously, Keep your stream on
Yeah.
as well, though. Keep your stream on as well, because that'd be you obviously keep a check on it, because you can describe the visual aspects of it in the.
Yeah.
So yeah, currently
Daniel, I got a question from Simpy here.
Yeah, go for it, mate. Fire away.
He wants to do another quiz, and he is asking. He will make it a little less questions, and if you were to randomly pick, this is my side of the question. Yeah, this is my side. If you would randomly pick another 2% to participate in the quiz next week, who would it be?
All right. Well, obviously, I'm definitely up for the quiz.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Listen, I need I need redemption. You know what I mean? I was absolutely poor in that. I was absolutely poor in that quiz.
Wait.
Go
Go on.
Tell you what, Union Berlin are actually they're quite.
They're quite solid, yeah.
Bayern Munich's got a free quick. Yeah, they are quite solid. Yeah, they are.
Might as well rate their defense.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, probably it's not going to be as they're not as no one can be as bad as our defense.
Who is the worst goalkeeper Arsenal ever had? I can name a few of them.
Who has
Manuel Aluminium. Who was the worst goalkeeper? Who was the worst goalkeeper Arsenal ever had?
All right, so we've got loads. Probably Manuel Almunia, Richard Wright. Do you remember Richard Wright?
Yeah, Richard Wright. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fabianski is another one.
Yeah, Fabianski, Martinez.
That guy hardly plays, you know. You know, back then, Daniel, we had this keeper called Anthony Taylor, yeah? He was decent.
Yeah.
The keeper, Anthony Taylor, he was decent. He was pretty much good. I really rated that guy. I just don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. I really listen. I'd still say now we don't really have a great keeper. Like Leno's decent. Like Leno's good for now, but I don't know. I'm not completely convinced about him.
Because Daniel, we are in the 90s side of birth, right? So we have grown through and we have seen Lehmann as a great keeper of all time. But to me personally, I have seen David Seaman and his performance, especially in the FA Cup final against Southampton. I think. Do you remember it?
Oh, you. That was not bad, actually. Just caught offside.
Yeah.
They're doing all right, Berlin. You know.
I think German has not let them off the shackles yet. They are probably getting used to the tempo of the game.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I don't think Bayern have fully got into first gear yet.
They got some good players out there, yeah? They got some good players out there.
Yeah. Bayern's going to win this, though. If Bayern don't win this, I don't know. Bayern's going to win this, I reckon.
We just have to throw ourselves in the slaughterhouse. Bayern would win.
Yeah. So what we got in the chat, Kevin? How many people? What have we got going on in the chat?
We got 6 people in the chat right now. And Simpy has asked another interesting question here. Would we be doing another watch along for next week?
So sorry, what was that question? What did he say?
Simpy asked whether we'll be doing another watch along for next week's set of fixtures.
Yeah, I mean, if you're up for it, I'm up for it.
Yep, I'm good with it. Daniel,
yeah.
I reckon if we can do this, because I was watching your stream yesterday with in Claude's channel as well.
Yeah,
maybe we can practice this on the progress of the channel, yeah, on the development of the channel. If we can get like a guest appearance by certain members from the other channels here to just enter in and do a watch along, so that would also be a boost up to your channel, as well as we can also get further viewers as well, yeah. So that would be might as well interesting, but that can be considered under your option as well, yeah, mate.
yeah. Well, listen, I was gonna chat to you off air anyway, because obviously, if you want to, I was gonna, like, listen. A lot of people loved you, Kevin, on the Bloomin' stream on Friday. You were getting lots of support. So listen, I was gonna make you a regular, coming on with the watch-alongs and stuff. Like with Arsenal games as well. Like just get you come on. Obviously, I know it's different with your time zone, and obviously, depending on what's going on with like your work and stuff. So, but if you're up for that, we've got a good thing going. Like with the, we're similar eras and ages and stuff, and then obviously what we could do is get other people to come on as well, and join us, occasionally. And
Daniel, you should go and check out, yeah. I think that Kevin Campbell has a new channel in YouTube as well. I found this out in Twitter the other day, and I was watching his videos with lead judges. I was finding out his video with lead judges, Dan Potts, and a few other guest of honors. Yeah, he was doing this video about for 40-minute long with a lot of guys over there with the phenomenal figures over there, and it was kind of interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Do subscribe if you are new, and do stick a like on this video, people. Currently 7 people watching live.
Simply, I agree with that. Dan Potts is a top guy.
Yeah.
Chadwick is asking a question here. Daniel, I reckon you answered this question previously, but if you were to select one German player, your all-time favorite, who would that be?
Okay. So my all-time favorite German player, listen, I love Toni Kroos, and Thomas Müller. It's a quality player. Gnabry, what are you doing? What are you absolutely doing? You just, listen, we should never have sold him as well, Gnabry. We should never, ever have let him go.
Yeah, I agree, mate.
Yeah, we should never let him go.
He was a prospect, yeah. He was a prospect. He was one of the players that I really rated. I put him in high regards when he left to Bayern, yeah. It was really heartbreaking because I was thinking we should have kept him and moved on with Jack Wilshere. Because Jack Wilshere, as much as I love him, he's Arsenal through and through, but he was too injury prone. And that was my biggest concern. Gnabry, his recovery rate and his action on the pitch speaks louder, yeah. And so I really opted that type of player. We needed that type of player. We needed a player in the wing that is fast, that is agile, and that doesn't pass sideways. We have a lot of bottle jobs like that. So we needed a player that moves and think and drives forward.
Yeah, or we should have put we should have put a buyback clause in his release contract, like when we let him go. Still 0-0, guys, in the chat. But yeah, listen.
We should have put a buyback clause. And that's one of the biggest mistakes we did.
So let me know what you think in the chat as well, guys. Whether you think it'd be, whether you think Kevin would be a good second co-host, a regular co-host. Listen, everybody on a YouTube channel's got a regular co-host for watch along. So put it in the chat if you'd be up for that. If Kevin being my co-host, I'm sure I know what everybody's gonna say. But yeah, that would be good, Kevin. Like I think obviously I'll talk to you more about it off air. But yeah, we'll have a chat and listen. We'll see. Obviously especially when Arsenal come back, mate. Could you imagine it? It should be. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Kevin being
It's gonna be
my
lit.
regular co-host.
Yeah, the response that I get down in the chat here, Daniel.
Yeah.
Melina came up with this. Kevin is exceptional, but make sure he doesn't have his whiskey near him.
Make sure he doesn't have his what?
My whiskey. Oh my God.
Oh, your whiskey.
Melina said that I would be exceptional, but just, oh my God, I wouldn't want to drink that. That if Arsenal were to take a piss at me, of course.
Do you drink, Kevin? Do you drink?
Yeah. I drink, but I normally go after beer, of course. I normally go after beer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on here?
Guys that tune in, guys in the chat, please go on and subscribe to Melina's channel, yeah? She's got great content in.
Absolutely.
Okay. And do also support Simpy, which is also coming up with great contents and quizzes.
I think Muller scored, but they're just checking for offside. I think it's going to be ruled out for offside. So, the Union player's playing him on, I think. But listen,
he looks marginally offside, but
so Gnabry crossed it in, and I think one of the Union players was playing him on. No, it's been ruled out. It's been ruled out.
It looks too harsh. It looks too harsh.
Yeah. It's been ruled out offside.
Oh shit, man! It's too harsh. It's too harsh, Daniel. It's too harsh.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, that didn't sound like there was much in it.
It's marginal. It's literally a 50-50, I would say. It's not even. Well, VAR is really screwing up the game. One thing they should improve. It's not about this. It's about this VAR. I hope really the Premier League can come up with some sort of solution here, because the VAR really, apart from Arsenal players destroying the season themselves, the VAR is another pivotal turning point for our season, I would say.
Yeah, and I heard that the Premier League are talking about scrapping VAR, especially in this current situation. Apparently, they're going to be doing away with VAR, and it's not going to be a for the remainder of this season while the games are being played behind closed doors. They're not going to use VAR.
Yeah, I agree, Daniel. The thing is, they should be scrapping up this VAR rule during this pandemic situation. The reason being is because when the fans had a louder voice, okay, they was morally supporting the players and all this. Without the fans, players would be generally demoralized, I would say, when they were to see this offside decision going against them and going for them. And so this will mentally affect the players, and performance would drop and would go down subtle, I would say. So that's something to reconsider again, but maybe improve. If they want to put the VAR in, they better buckle up. They got to get some decisions correct, because most of the decisions they're giving in is too obvious. It's too obvious here. And it's really ruining the game.
Yeah. Bayern's got a free kick here. What's going on? Yeah, nothing really happened there. Not.
Big up Steve Wismark in the chat. Big up Steve Wismark.
Yeah, big up to you, Steve. How's it going?
Steve just wished you congratulations on your 350 subscribers.
Yeah. I hit 350 yesterday. So do you know what it is? I have to be careful because some of the subscribers can be bots. So I know when they're bots because they subscribe and then like about a day later they drop off, they unsubscribe. So it's like, okay, yeah, you're either a bot or you're just somebody that what else are people saying in the chat?
They are really questioning on the offside decision. Yeah.
Yeah.
Omar said it's offside, and Simpy is telling it's one of the worst calls I've ever seen.
Yeah. Listen, it was very marginal. I don't think there was very much in it at all. Yeah,
big up Liam Damon. Hope you're well, Liam Damon.
Yeah. Big up Liam Damon. Hope you're good, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, Bayern Munich are starting to get a foothold in this game now.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, actually. I expected this, actually.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, they seem to be playing all right at the moment, Bayern Munich. So yeah, what else we got in the chat? What are people saying about you being my regular co-host as well? What are people?
Okay. Melina says that, Daniel, that would be a great idea to have a co-host and to be able to gain a better reach to your channel. And she also mentioned that she can also share your content on her socials to get more people to subscribe and get more views.
Yeah, definitely, Melina. Yeah, definitely, Melina. Go ahead, definitely.
I'm trying to get these guys on this chat also to just come on and appear. It would be fun. It's just all fun and games, yeah. So it's just for the love of the game, and in this turbulent time, it's better to just know about each other and just learn football and just talk about things. Yeah. It can be about football. Listen, it can be about personal. Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna get some of you guys on. You know, like I'm gonna get. You know, I'm gonna do a couple more episodes of chatting to my subscribers. So yeah, that is gonna happen. So you know, bear with me. I'll do another couple of episodes this week. And then obviously me and Kevin will be back with our watch-alongs next week. So yeah, we'll see what games are being on next week, and we'll be back with a watch-along.
Daniel, Melinda's made a great point here. Perhaps you can also consider getting an Instagram account. Yeah, I think that would be an easier outreach. Perhaps you should consider getting an Instagram account.
Yeah. I need to get an Instagram. I need to get an Instagram account.
All right. As Liam has noticed, I think I'm actually having a light meal here. I'm actually having a light meal while watching the game, and Liam came up to me and asked, "What's your favorite food?" Actually, most likely, I love spicy food. Let's be honest here. I'm an Asian, so Asian has got a thing with spicy food. So yeah, I'd go for fried rice with spicy chickens, and I love a lot of spicy items, curry, spices, and chili soaked chickens and all this. Yeah, it's one of my favorite. Yeah, but
yeah. Listen, you guys eat
traditional Indian food.
You guys eat a lot of spicy food as well.
I know it's not a Western guy's thing to just keep on eating spicy food, because I've noticed that they tend to have they don't really like it too spicy. They love it just normally. Yeah. Oh, Liam Damon, you do know what's Liam chicken pakora, right? Oh, not bad, not bad. Oh, mate.
Chadwick's put here, what should he eat for lunch? I don't know, Chadwick, whatever you want, mate.
All right. Liam has just came out and asked me what's my favorite whiskey and brandy.
I just want to answer this. It was a little bit earlier in the chat, but
Yeah.
Flag and Anthem. No, I'm not actually going to stream the game on my channel because I'll get it taken down for copyright reasons. So yeah, I'm not actually going to stream the game because yeah, YouTube will take that down. But no, we're just a watch along. If you don't know what a watch along is, then yeah, I'm not actually going to stream the game.
Yeah, it's copyright infringement though. I've noticed that many channels went through this. Melina set a target, Daniel. She mentioned that you can achieve 500 subscribers in 3 months.
I hope so. Listen, I really do hope so. That is the plan.
Daniel, I would also, because I've been making recently a few stream appearances in Sony's channel and Kiran's channel as well. Recently,
yeah,
I've been making a few appearances there. I've also given a few shout out for your channel as well, so that people can come and notice you. We do have a group chat in WhatsApp as well, so we have spread the message around so that we can get you more to the level you're required to.
Yeah. Who's in the WhatsApp group? Who's it? Because
I have got the WhatsApp group. We had you know Adam yesterday from the quiz.
Yeah.
Adam, and then we had this Sam Greenwood. All the members of the quiz were in the WhatsApp group. Of course, this was created for the other guy's channel, of course, and so we were discussing about certain chapters on what we can discuss on his channel as well. So I'll give out a big shout out when I appear again in the channel, because I've come out with some ideas as well, just to talk and debate about certain things.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people just tend to have different opinions and different ideas, and it is what it is, right? Yeah. Omar can't stand the spicy food. Yeah,
Ariel Baller saying that he'll put the real link to the match in the channel.
Liam, coming to your question, mate. I'd only take Chivas. I'd only take Bombay Sapphire. I'd only take these type of class type. And then there's also the there's a Bacardi, Absolute. All these are the only things. And then these are one of these are my few named of few alcohol that I would take. Yeah, not mostly. Maybe I don't remember the names because I just drink it. I don't read the names, mate. So that's something that we Asians do.
Currently, Bayern Munich are just passing the ball around like for fun.
Okay, this is a good, interesting suggestion by Melina here. Yeah, Daniel, you're up for it to listen?
Yeah.
Okay, Melina suggested that if we could do chatting with subscribers, maybe try to come up with a debate topic, so that could be interesting.
Yeah. Listen, honestly, listen, we'll do that. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do like a debate show as well. So listen, it's like I said, guys, I've got lots of ideas. I've got lots of ideas for my channel. So obviously, the more it grows, the more I'll be able to put the ideas into. I'll be able to put them into practice.
Liam, it gotta be biryani though.
Let's have a look here.
Bayern's kind of slow, man.
Yeah, Bayern are just passing the ball around here. So Melina's saying she hopes we redeem ourselves on the quiz next week.
Fingers crossed. It's pretty much hard to get through that Adam guy, man. He is kind of tough.
Have a look.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with
so-
you, Simpy.
A lot of people are saying that yeah, they would love you as a regular co-host. So listen, me and Kevin will chat off air, and I'm sure we'll come up with something. And then Melina's saying VAR is trash. Yeah, it is.
It's been trash all this while. You know something here, Daniel? The biggest crime of BAYERN was it was doing wonders in the World Cup. Let's be honest. It was absolutely brilliant in the World Cup. But when it came to the Premier League, I don't know whether our refereeing organization is pretty much screwed up, I would say.
Yeah,
They require the referee to go and
definitely.
view. Yeah, they require the referee to go and view to see the reaction of how the tackle is made, whether it's an offside, whether it's a close call or something. They should decide instead of asking another panel of a referee to make the decision for them. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous. We have seen that in the World Cup, whereby the referee ran towards the starting point there, and they were viewing it. And they validated their reasons of their actions. Yeah.
Yeah. So not much going on here, guys, at the moment.
It's kind of slow. Both teams are making a cautious approach, I would say. Both teams are making a very cautious approach, apart from the offside decision, yeah. I think yesterday's game between Dortmund and Schalke was much more interesting.
Yep, so Liam said he's watching a game on TV and listening to us as well. Well, thanks, Liam. Yeah, the weather is decent, Liam. You've got that one spot on. Melina, I know Kevin's read this out as well, but yeah, listen, I'm going to create an Insta. I'm going to create one either today or tomorrow. I'm going to create an Instagram, but yeah.
Daniel, what's your thought on this, man?
Yeah.
Simpy came up and said that I feel it's going to take a few months before the fixtures and the teams are all back to an elite level.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think it would. I think it will. I think by the time they get to the elite level, it's going to be finished. The season's going to be finished.
Yeah, I agree. The thing is, yeah, Daniel, we are already an average team. I don't think so. How worse can we get than this? How worse can we get? We are already bad. We are already in a dilemma, I would say.
Yeah. So Melina is here saying that I've reached 351 subscribers, and we're going to aim from 500 in a couple of months. Yeah. Do you know what, Melina? Right? it's good. The channel's growing. The more subscribers, the more the channel's growing. So, yeah, everyone, please share the content. Please share the channel.
Simply, is that a yellow card?
I don't know what happened there.
Was that really a yellow? I'm not really sure if that's a yellow.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I
don't think so. That's yellow. Come on. What's the ref smoking down there? Simpy, I echo your thoughts, mate. I really want BPL to be back so I can play Fantasy League.
Yeah,
I'm one of the biggest fan, man. I'm one of the biggest fan of Fantasy League. Yeah, trust me on that.
38 minutes gone in this game, and it's still 0-0. I tell you what, though. Yeah, Bayern's got to win because Dortmund are catching. Oh shit! Penalty! Penalty!
Oh. Drama before the first half.
Supertich brings Goretzka down in the box. Yeah, Goretzka just come round the back of him and he mistimed the tackle, really, didn't he? He looked like he mistimed it. Lewandowski's taking the penalty.
Callous. Absolutely callous challenge.
Lewandowski's taking the penalty.
Lewandowski, baby. I really like this guy.
Come on, Lewandowski.
Come on, Lewandowski. Come on.
He's going to score here.
Come on, Levy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. He's just scored, yeah.
He's just done it. You know Lewandowski, he doesn't gonna miss those type of chances. Yeah, he doesn't. He's not gonna miss that.
I think my stream's a few seconds behind you. I don't know, but yeah, he just Lewandowski just. So Bayern 1-0 up. Bayern Munich.
This game doesn't end. This game is way too slow, mate. This game is way too slow.
Yeah, it's a 1-0 Bayern. And it's 5 minutes to half time, maybe with injury time.
You know something, Dan? I was thinking about this while watching the game, yeah? The thing is, German league, the fans really respect the decision of the government, yeah? Whereby they told them that no mass gathering outside the stadium to witness a game, no mass gatherings, no assembly and all this. So they really adhere to the terms and conditions of what the government is trying to imply. But here in the UK, we seem to have like all sorts of parties going on in every location. It's like everything's back to normal. And the country in UK is the third highest rate of infection in the world right now. And it's kind of baffling, yeah. I'm still kind of skeptical on how the league will progress and whether fans will really respect the government's decision into staying indoors and not having mass gatherings around the place. because that's one of the biggest concern I'd have if the league were to have a resumption on this. Your thoughts on that, man?
Yeah, because listen, man, I agree because the UK has we just live in a country full of idiots, and I'm not entirely sure that they would stay away. Listen, they're already packing out the beaches and that now.
Oh man.
You know, they're already packing out the beaches and they're just you know, they're there and they're you know, they're sort of, you know, they're packing out the beaches and they're not exactly social distancing either. So yeah, I don't know. Listen, I guess that's something for the police to try and enforce, isn't it? But how can you tell people not to be outside a stadium? You know, it's
a mentality. Yeah, it's a mentality thing. I would say it's a mentality thing. It's how these people run the clubs and how stringent are their rules. That's the matter. Correct.
Oh, Goretzka, how did you miss that? He crossed it in and it just and the Berlin defender put it out. Gnabry, though, that was a nice ball to play in, Goretzka.
I think Gnabry is
that break. Bayern Munich breaks quite quickly.
He's playing as a number 10, I would say, Gnabry. He's playing more likely like a number 10. He's like a deep lying playmaker, I would say. But in the formation that I've seen, he's playing in the wings, and I think he's coming through. He's cutting through the middle and going up front.
Yeah. Do subscribe, everybody, if you are new, and do smash the likes. Come on, everyone. Everybody smash the likes.
Sit down. Sit. Wait. Wait. Go on then.
The dog's in the room, I guess.
Yeah, the dog and the wife's in the room.
Yeah, you can hear it. Big up the wifey, big up the dog.
Yeah, so she's in the room. So
Daniel, I got an interesting chapter to discuss when we are approaching halftime. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a very interesting chapter that I would like to talk to you about because I've noticed this in Arsenal Fan TV a couple of hours ago, I would say. So I'll bring up that chapter when we hit halftime. I think it's not long from now.
Yeah. When we hit halftime, I think is it to do with Lacazette?
Yeah, it's a Lacazette thing and the Emery thing that's going on.
Yeah, we'll discuss that half time, mate. Yeah, we'll discuss that half time and we'll get people's guys' thoughts in the chat. Only a few minutes to go in the first half, guys. So keep sending in those chats and keep hitting the like button. Oh, Muller. Four minutes added time, guys. 4 minutes added time we're into now. I think Bayern are starting to take a foothold in this game, if I'm being honest. Mind you, Muller should have buried that, though. Muller had a second. He should have easily scored that.
Oh, Simpias really brought in a great point. I think this one to discuss in the halftime as well.
So Berlin's got a free kick. Thiago's. Oh, Thiago, what are you doing? Just gave. Thiago nearly got Bayern into trouble there.
That's probably a Granit Xhaka Part 2, version 2.
Ooh.
Oh, good. Simpy, coming back to your question, mate. You asked about Lewandowski being 32 this year, and they are having to replace it with a young Gnabry and a potential young Sane as wingers. Who do you think they should bring to fill in the striking spot? That's a good question, though. With a lot of strikers right now, they're not as an elite level right now. We can say that most of the strikers, they're very average, I would say. For instance, let's look at Griezmann. Look at Griezmann, and gone are the days between the Lewandowski, Messi, and Ronaldo comparison. Higuain
I'd
and
take Griezmann. I'd take Griezmann.
Yeah.
I would absolutely
I would
take
say,
Griezmann.
yeah, I would say that if Bayern were to replace a player, I would say that most likely it would be like a young striker. I think a player that they would most likely go is for a Jovic, because these guys go for youngsters. These guys go for youngsters. As much as everyone slate Jovic for being underperforming at Madrid, I think he'd be a good potential replacement at Bayern Munich. There's room for improvement for him.
Half time, guys.
Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Yeah.
Yeah, half time. Half time.
Okay, Daniel, we got quite a lot of things to discuss about. Yeah. The chat is really kind of interesting. Yes, Liam, anything you would like to ask and add on to?
Yeah, so come on, get your chats in, guys. Obviously, it's half time in the game. Obviously, Bayern are a goal up. So yeah, it's half time. So yeah, what did you want? You wanted to talk about the Lacazette thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you make of it? Because I actually I've not seen what fully happened, the full report.
I feel the media is perpetuating the things here, Daniel. I think they're just they just seem to find a weakness in our squad. Yeah, they just like to bring up these things, these unnecessary things. I reckon this thing didn't happen this year. Yeah, I don't think so. This thing happened this year. So what? I understand he's a player. He's an Arsenal player. These guys, these journalists, these reporters, they would need reports to just survive. So they came up with this picture, this image of him, okay, having on balloon gases and all this. Yeah. What's about it? That thing happened a few years, maybe a year ago or a few months ago. So I don't think so. What's the big concern about it? What I mean, how does it affect the player's health condition? How does it affect any of your personal lives? Does it affect the game, the game? No. Currently, all players
Yeah.
are in lockdown. Yeah, and how does that image going to affect that player? Yeah. But I'm really curious and inquisitive to know that why was the image released at this point of time? That is my biggest question here, because that thing happened a few months ago. Why was the image released right now? Was it trying to to show that, oh, Lacazette has disciplinary issues, so Arteta should get rid of him? Or is it I don't know, just like something to just put away teams away from getting Lacazette? I'm really not sure. Why was the image released this point of time? That's my biggest question right now.
I'm not so sure. Yeah, I'm not so sure.
They came up with this statement. Yeah, they came up with this statement saying about these player doing this. You remember, Daniel? We had a couple of players doing this thing as well a few times. Gunduzi and we had these players, right? So that time also, it wasn't a big deal. Yeah, yeah, I get it. But if you were to do this during a match day, one day before a match day, or after a match day, after a defeat, after a win, after a draw, this really baffles, because this affects the performance of the team. Yeah, but if this is done out of football basis, that's your rights, mate. That's your rights. Okay, as long as it doesn't affect performances on the pitch, as long as it doesn't affect the football club, as long as it doesn't influence the public, as long as there's mutual agreement between all parties, they got every right to do what they want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree with you. You know, I really do agree with you. I think that, like you said, as long as it doesn't affect things on the football pitch, which is the main thing, you know, that's what fans really want to know. You know.
Yeah, Omar came up with a good point here. That's his personal wish, whatever he does off the pitch. Yeah, what matters the most is on the pitch. And has he lived up to expectation ever since moving from Lyon? I don't really think so, Daniel. That's my opinion, though. I don't really think so. He's lived up to the expectation. You know, he was banging in goals left, right, and center in France, and when he came to Arsenal, he was doing okay. People can every time slate that he never got any support through the midfield. Yeah, I get that. But as a striker, what matters most is the overall general play. And yeah, he's good in hold-up play. He's good in running behind defenses. But as soon as he moved running ahead of defenders, he just seems to bottle up the chances, because I've seen Lacazette going on one-on-one and missed out a couple of sitters, you know. And that is kind of sad to see, because we don't want that to happen to our strikers. Yeah, we would love, because I remember when I watched Thierry Henry, every time he goes one-on-one, I'd be thinking whether that guy is offside or onside, because he gets in just 4 or 5 steps ahead of the defenders here. And every time he goes one-on-one, the chances is confirmed buried. It's buried.
Yeah.
There's no chances that ball is going out. Even the keeper knows. They just hands down. All right, mate, just go ahead and score. That's what they feel like, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I agree. You know, that's, you know, as long as, like you said, as long as it doesn't affect on the pitch. Listen, same things happened with Jack Wilshere, didn't they? Remember, he got caught smoking, and it's kind of like, okay, yes, it's wrong to do that, but at the end of the day, he's a grown adult. You can't, you know, footballers have private lives as well. Listen, they're not, okay, yes, they're held to into a higher stand, you know, because they are footballers, but they're allowed a private life just as much as anybody else.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, some people would argue that, you know, if you want to have a private life, then don't be a footballer, because you know, the media, it's like any other celebrity, isn't it? That their life really isn't private. You know, whatever they do is always going to be reported on. But everyone's entitled to a private life. Doesn't matter whether they're famous or not. Just because they do a job which sort of makes them famous, they should be entitled to a private life.
You know what's the thing here, Daniel? These players are taking high salaries here. They're earning big bucks week in, week out. So the journalists and reporters often target them. You don't see the journalists coming out and taking a dig at all our youth players or academy players. You don't see the our journalists coming out slagging off Saka, slagging off Joe Willock, slagging off Reece Nelson. They don't come out with this because these guys are all on the minimum wage here. They are just paid about taking about £3,000 or £5,000 a week. That's their range, right? And they are not a massive iconic figure of the club. So as much as the club can concern, these journalists target at the big names of the football players. Lacazette is one of the highest earners in the football club, yeah, behind Mesut Ozil and behind Aubameyang, I would presume. So he's one of the highest earners. He's one of the top three, and he's one of the iconic figures based on shirt sales and based on performance, based on goals, based on popularity. So I reckon these people just targeted him. He's just making. It's just meant for an article. That's what Lacazette is being. He's just meant for an article, just a sell on value. They just need a sell on value. That's what they're doing, though.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that's, they're just pawns in a game, aren't they? Really, footballers. They are just pawns in a game, and that's how the club sees them. That's how journalists see them. They're just pawns in a very big game. Do smash a like, everybody, on this video. And if you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's currently half-time in the Bayern Munich Union Berlin match. Bayern Munich are 1-0 up to a Lewandowski penalty.
Daniel, Malinas came up and asked, Daniel, we should consider doing the games resume so that you guys will be doing a pre-reviewing and starting lineups and then an after match post-reaction match. So like a match reaction, yeah.
Yeah, so Molina, all those are coming up. Obviously, when Arsenal starts back up again, all the previews and all the all the previews and all the match reviews are coming up. And I'm going to do player ratings. Like you said, though, Molina, having a co-host is so important for that. So listen, me and Kevin we'll chat off air, and we'll try and work something out. And obviously, Kevin's based over there in Malaysia, so it's got to fit in with the time difference and stuff as well. But listen, we'll chat off air, and listen, you guys are really, really enjoying the show, so I'm really pleased that I'm able to bring you good content. So me and Kevin will chat off air about that, and listen, I've got good things going forward with this channel. Lots of good things going forward, and like I said, I'm only 2 months into the channel. I'm only 2 months into it, so I'm still new to the channel. I'm still new, but listen, lots of other channels have co-hosts and stuff as well, so especially for like watch-alongs and stuff, and for previews and stuff. But listen, I will give it some thought, and I'll chat to Kevin off air, and we'll sit down and chat, and we'll sort something out, because listen, like I said, without you guys there'd be no channel. So I'm still humbled by the support that I get from you guys. But listen, lots of good things coming up, so stay tuned.
Yeah, I agree with you, Daniel. All channels start from small, so we just have to make it baby steps at a time. We can't expect a massive growth first, so it's going to be a struggling times, but we have to just go through. We just keep the content coming, keep the channel growing, discuss interesting things, bring up internet, bring up other than football, other than Arsenal, bring up like Premier League news, and so we just have to keep growing. We have to just captivate the interest of our audiences, and that's the main important thing.
Yeah, definitely. definitely. And like I said, when I started this channel, I want, obviously I want it, to be good, for this channel to be good. But listen, we'll have a chat off air, Kevin, and we'll talk about the future going forward on this channel. And listen, seems like a lot of people want you to be my regular co-host. So this is something that we can we'll discuss off air, and we'll sort out the finer details and that. But yeah, listen, we'll and then we'll chat off air,
mate.
We'll chat off air, and listen, this watch along's going brilliant. Listen, Friday's stream went brilliant. So yeah, we'll chat off air, mate. We'll chat off air, and we'll sort something out. And listen, you guys in the chat as well, you guys have been brilliant, especially over the last 2 months. The more that this channel's grown, the more the more interaction I've got. It's been brilliant. So I want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing. I want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching the content and for liking and sharing the channel around, because without you guys there'd be no channel. And
Simpy has come up and said, yeah, I do agree, mate. I do agree, Simpy. And Melina also mentioned that certain channels, these people, when they do live stream, they tend to be rude to their subscribers. They don't give the respect they deserve. I understand that certain people in the chat and certain people in the comments just come out with ridiculous statement. They just keep slagging off the channel. They keep on slagging off the content. They keep on slagging off the guest appearance. They tend to do all these, but does that deter a person from going downwards? No. The willpower of bringing up contents, the willpower of keeping it entertaining for other people, the willpower of keeping them occupied, that's the thing that drives us forward. And Daniel, despite your setback, you're unable to see much, but I really applaud you for what you're trying to do, man, because you're trying to give proper content, you're trying to give your insights, you're most humble and you're most respectful to your people in the chat and the comments. You respond to every single thing. Nothing's been overlooked yet. And that's something that I would say for many channels to just look onto, because this is something that it has to be applied in many channels here, because without, like you say, Daniel, the channel is provided for the people, and the people are our massive supporters. If you respond and if you respect to them, the channel will grow eventually, naturally, no forcing and nothing. So that's the thing. That's my take on it. We just gotta move on with the content. We just gotta respect, be humble, be down to earth, and the channel naturally grows. And that's how I see it, Daniel. And you're doing a great job. Though it's 3 months, I can see the prospect of this channel growing further.
Yeah, definitely. Only 9 people watching live, so if you're new, hit the subscribe button and hit the like as well. Not entirely sure how many likes I've got at the moment, because I can't really check that unless I go onto the stream on my phone and check that.
Yeah, we got about 7 likes with 7 people.
7 likes. Come on, guys. Let's get them likes up. 7 likes. Smash the like button. I'm not entirely sure if they're kicked off for the second half yet. I don't think.
Let me check it out, mate. Let me check.
Let's have a look. Let's see whether we're back underway.
No, they haven't kicked off yet.
So not kicked off yet. Yeah, so it's still half time, guys. So it's still half time. Yes, it's but yeah, that's what it is. And when I started this channel as well, I wanted it to be a place where people can, have an opinion. Obviously, I wanted a channel, like that I decide what happens as well. Like I've been on so many channels where, that I've seen the direction, the way it's going, and I'm just like, no, I want my own channel where I can decide what happens, and I can give my viewers a say in what happens as well. So it's that's what I wanted from when I set up this channel, and to to have a voice, and to have to have a an opinion, and that's what it's all about. Listen,
Yeah, Daniel, that's the thing. Yeah, you have been doing an amazing job. Yeah, and actually, I reckon that most of the people in the chat, yeah, because I came in the chat, one of the when I met with Omar and when I met with Melina and all these guys around, these guys were kind of like shy, but I had to break the stereotype between them. I had to tell them, no, you guys are coming on live. That's about it. You guys are coming on. You guys gotta express yourself. Yeah, you guys gotta express yourself. You guys are going to learn a lot of things. And this is something. This is not something that's going to be football related. It can be anything in between personal. It can be anything between life. It can be anything between studies. It can be anything. So if this channel is giving a platform for those people to just come in, I would love this channel to grow, and I would definitely, that's my main reason for pushing Omar to come in and appear in the channel first. As much as I wanted to do it, and forget about that, but my priority was Omar, and because I had to break the stereotype, I wanted him because he was so nervous to come in on stream, and I noticed that on the very first time. So I had to give him an encouragement, and I treat him, of course, like my own brother. And so does many other people like Stimpy, Melina, these people, and Chadwick. All these guys, I just see them as like a small circle of my family members here. Because as much as in this turbulent times, I'm away from my family, so I can only look at what I've got right now, and the people that I've got are the people that are in the chat and the people that I keep in touch in Twitter and Instagram as well.
Yeah, and that's a good thing as well. It's the thing as well, Kevin, as well, is that I've been looking for a regular co-host for a while as well, with this channel, because getting people on for the first time, if you've got two people, you can sort of bounce off each other's opinions. Do you know what I mean? So say obviously we'll chat off air about you becoming my like regular co-host, but say if we had somebody like Omar who's not confident, he'll come on and talk to us both, and and that'll give him confidence, because he'll have more than one person, he'll have somebody else there. And listen, when I first started, I'm going to let you guys know into a little secret, right? When I first started back along, when I did my AFTV fan cams, I was nervous as hell. When those cameras rolled, knowing that I only got 4 minutes to get my opinion across, and you have short zone, and the cameras are rolling, it is nerve-wracking. It is nerve-wracking. Listen, it's not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy thing to do, YouTube, especially when you know as well. Like for me, I knew that in everything in life, you're going to get haters. You're going to get people who spam chats, and so you've just got to get past all of that, in terms of you've got to accept it, that it's going to happen, and you're going to get some negative stuff. You're going to get some negative chats, and I think if you set yourself up to deal with it, like I do, like I just ignore them, to be quite honest with you. I don't pay them no attention whatsoever, and I think if you set yourself up that way, you're going to be just fine. You will be absolutely fine doing YouTube, and then it's just over. It's just over doing the. It's just working on your confidence. I mean, what I did, guys, listen, before I put out a video on YouTube, when I started my own channel, I'd do practice. I'd just do practice recordings, and just practice before you even put up a video and upload a video. That's what you can do, is just practice. And if you don't like it, you watch it back, and if you don't like the sound of it, you can delete it and retake it again. And then when you feel ready and comfortable enough to put the video out on YouTube, you can put it out on YouTube. But listen, you go and ask any YouTuber, when they first start, they will tell you exactly the same thing. That when you go and watch a YouTuber you go and watch their very, very first videos and then watch their current videos, any successful YouTuber, say like AFTV or something, you go and watch their very first video and then watch a video now, and you'll see that their very first video is not as great as the one that is now. You know, every YouTuber starts the same way.
It's all well and good, yeah, Daniel, that everyone says that we write in the comments, we write pure things, we get the reality as it is, but coming on air, coming on video, yeah, that's totally different. That's a different ask, yeah. We are able to give comments, and we are very excellent in expressing ourselves via chats and via comments, but we are very rigid when it comes to video, yeah. When it comes to news and all this, we are very rigid. Take myself, I for one was petrified when first time I did a live stream. I was totally petrified. I didn't even have the words uttered out of my mouth. I wasn't able to say. I was like thinking, what if I were to say something wrong? Do I have to retract it back? Do I have to apologize? Do I have to like tell them, no, let's end the stream right now? I was dead scared. But when people gave me the comment and told me, right, just apologize, just like have it like a casual conversation, just take it like you're not speaking to someone like the prime minister or someone that's in the VIP category. What we are doing is we are just talking human to human. You're a human, you're an Arsenal fan, I'm an Arsenal fan. We can be maybe we have not met each other, but the chances are that you might be sitting next to me in the stadium or something like that. So we are just natural humans here. We are all fans at the end of the day. So it doesn't matter if you just speak something wrong, yeah. Unless it's offensive, yeah, that's something wrong. But if you are going to speak and you're hesitant, you're afraid that you spoke something wrong, yeah, I get that. Everyone are bound for mistakes. So that's the way I see it, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think they've kicked off now, so let me try.
Yeah, they've kicked off about 5 minutes, yeah.
Oh, 5 minutes. So let me try and get my stream back up here. Let's see.
Oh, we just got another yellow card in for the Union Berlin player. Oh.
Yeah, let's have a look here.
Just having a passing possession game right now. Mate, give me a few minutes, yeah? I'll be back in a while, yeah?
Yeah, no worries, Kev, mate. Take your time.
Give me a few minutes, mate.
Yeah, no worries, mate. So, guys, obviously, I'm picking up the chat for a bit. And the
I'll
game.
be back in a while, yeah? All right.
Yeah, no worries, Kev. So, Kev's obviously just dropped out for a second. So do smash a like on this video, guys. Do smash the subscribe. So it's currently 1-0 to Bayern Munich from a Lewandowski penalty. So it's a corner. Guys, we've got a corner going on here. Only 8 people. And the dog's come over to say hello. Oh, he's just laid down by the side of me, so couldn't really get him on the stream. Ooh. Header just wide. Bayern had another chance. But just, yeah, offside, off. Do smash the subscribe button and do smash the like button if you are new. And like I said, guys, I'm going to be chatting to Kevin off air once this stream goes live about being a regular co-host for the watch-alongs and for the, I'll have a chat to him. But listen, listen, I'll chat to him and talk about him being my regular co-host. So stay tuned for that. Obviously, it's not finalized yet, but and also I'm going to do another episode of chatting to my subscribers. So if you'd like to be on that. We've got 7 people watching live, so do smash the likes and do smash the subscribe. They're currently just knocking it around here. So Nabry's got the ball and just. What do you guys think as well? We should never have let Nabry go. I think we should have been keeping hold of Nabry. There's currently 4 people watching live. So it's currently, like I say, 1-0 to Bayern Munich. Obviously, Kev's just popped out for a minute. So I'm currently picking up the. So currently, yeah, like I say, Bayern Munich have got the ball and they're just sort of knocking it around at the moment. Let's have a look at the chats. Let's have a look at the chats here. While we're waiting for. Right, let's have a look here. So do smash a like, guys. Come on, keep driving them likes up. And keep driving the subscribe up as well if you're new. All right, let's have a look here at the chats. Let's have a look. Sorry, I've got to get through all the chats that I've already read out, so I'm trying to get to the new ones. So bear with me, guys. Not much is going on at the moment. they're currently. Let's have a look here. I've read that chat, so I'm not going to read it out again. Let's have a look here. Oh. Yeah, Neuer just had to save that.
Yeah, though, it's gone up again, isn't it? Yeah, they said that they had to call the fire brigade there again this afternoon, but it started on fire again.
Liam's asked if I had my Sunday roast yet. No, I'm not having a roast today. I actually had steak and chips earlier. So yeah, I'm not having a roast today, mate. So Simpy's asking, will I get guests on? So yeah, listen, what I want to do, guys, is I want a regular. What I want to do, guys, is I want a regular co-host. So someone who's here week in, week out, which will be Kevin, and then obviously occasionally we'll get guests on. So obviously it'll be me, Kevin, and then somebody else, and then. But yeah, that's what I want to do, guys. I'd like to have a regular co-host, and then obviously get guests on as well as that, because I can have up to 6 people on. So yeah, that's my idea for the channel, guys, is having like a regular co-host who's on week in, week out, and that hopefully will be Kevin. Obviously, we're going to chat off air, and then I'll get guests on as well as that. So it'll be me, Kevin, and then say like 1 week it'll be Claude, and I'll come on, and then it could be someone else, and so yeah, that's what I'd like to do with this channel. I'd like to have a regular co-host, and then so just because I have a regular co-host doesn't mean to say that I won't get guests on. So guests will still be coming on, but it will be instead of myself and a guest, it will be myself and Kevin and a guest. So yeah, listen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to Kevin off air, and we'll sort it out. And I'll have a chat, and and I'll let you guys know in due course. So and Kevin saying, Melina saying he'd be a great co-host. Yeah, I agree, Melina. I absolutely agree. So like I say, I'll talk to Kevin off air, and we'll chat a bit more. And thank you very much, Melina. Really appreciate your kind words. So Simpy is saying when his office is open again, he's not going to be able to watch the daily streams. Listen, I'm going to move the daily streams. So when obviously lockdown is over, I'm going to move the day. I'm going to move the daily streams. So that's something I'll think about doing, because obviously I know. When people are working and stuff, obviously it's going to be a bit mad. So listen, this is all good stuff that I've got to think about, guys. But don't worry, I'll make sure that you all get to we all get to see the stream. And obviously, if you can't see it live, you can always watch it back. I know it's not the same as interacting, but yeah. So just bear with me, guys, and like I say, lots of good things coming on this channel. And it's currently Bayern Munich at the moment. They're just passing the ball around. $16 likes on this video, have I? That's brilliant. Come on, everyone, get the likes up and do subscribe if you are new. Wow, I'm almost at 360 subs. Wow, that's that is mad. That is mad. But yeah, I'm pleased at that. I'm pleased at that. So come on, everyone, keep subscribing.
All right, Daniel. Sorry, mate. I was late.
No worries. Kevin's back in the building.
Yeah, just gotta sort out some stuff.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
So, we're on. So the channel's on 19 likes, and we're at 356 subscribers.
Wow, that's a good start.
So we've gone up, Kevin. Listen, mate, you and everybody's saying they would like you to be a regular co-host. They would like you to be the co-host for the channel. So, in terms of the game, you've not missing much, mate. Yeah, to be honest.
Pretty much dead of a game, I would guess.
Yeah, it's currently 1-0. So yeah, good. And yeah, Mar, you did a great job, mate. You did a great job. And big up Liam's chat here. Liam said all the guys and girls in the chat are amazing.
It's what we do, guys. We just have to keep this channel growing. We just have to love and respect each other in these turbulent times. Yeah. We just have to get through this together. Yeah, we're all on it together. So it's the least we can do. Yeah. So we just try to bring some fun and games in the chat. We just try to do some interactive session with our chat and subscribers. So it's a way to go forward. Yeah. So let's keep this thing going, and we'll try to get more and more people to get involved with this. And you can share your stories on how you started with Arsenal and what are the things that we can do, improve our club and improve ourselves as an individual as well. So that's my take on it. Yeah.
Well, like I was saying to the guys in the chat, Kevin, what I'm going to do is we'll chat. So I want you to be, obviously I'll officially announce it on my Twitter. So obviously once we'll chat off air, but I want, obviously the guys want you to be a regular co-host, and a lot of people asking, are we still going to have, am I still going to have guests on? And absolutely. So what I'll have is me and you. Obviously, you'll be my partner in crime going forward. And then we'll have guests on as well. So listen, that a lot of people are up for that as well. So yeah, so what I'll do is we'll chat off air about a bit more, and I'll make you make you a part of the channel, and then because you'll be able to help with the visual stuff as well. So
Yeah.
And then what we'll do is we'll going forward, we'll do these watch alongs, especially for the Arsenal games, and we'll go previews and stuff. But yeah, we'll definitely, guys, we'll definitely going forward. But yeah, everybody's loving the idea of you being being my regular co-host. So and also what will be good as well, because I go to a lot of the games as well.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to a game, I could have you do a watch along on this channel, and you could have a guest on as well. Like want somebody in the chat who wants to join. So that's something we could discuss for the future. But yeah, listen, we'll chat off air a bit more, because I'll definitely pick your brains on all of that. But yeah, a lot of people are loving the idea. And Melina's saying the dog will make an appearance soon. Listen, the dog's down here. Dog's down here.
Yeah. Get him up on a.
Let me turn the camera. Can you see that? Can you see the dog down there?
No, I can't.
Let me get him up. Let me get him up. Hold on here. Let me get him up. Come on, Yai. Come on up. Yai. Yai, come here. What's this? Come on up. Step up. Jump up then. Come on then. Jump up. Come on, they all want to see you. Come on, jump up. Come on then, up. Come on, up. Up on the lap. Up on my lap. Come on. Come on, jump up. Come on then, Yai. Come on, jump up.
What's his name?
On. He's called Yayan. So he's a Labrador Retriever cross, but he's not having any of it. He don't want to jump up. Come on, jump up, Yai.
Probably you missed his morning walks, I guess.
Come on, jump up, jump up, jump up. There you are. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
There he is. Can you all see him? Can you all see
Pick
him?
up the dog.
Can you all see him?
Yeah, we can.
Good boy. There he is. There's a good lad. There we go.
He's big. He's big. He's big.
Big dog. He's a big dog. No, don't lick the keyboard. So yeah, good boy. There you go, guys. The dog made an appearance. So you all got to see the dog. So yeah, the dog made an appearance.
You know something, Daniel? Apart from the game, yeah.
Yeah.
I find out that in AFTV we have a lot of negative and positive comments from certain appearance, right? Certain guests and certain people that are being interviewed. Yeah. They have a different perception. They have a different thoughts about games and how the football and how the club is being managed, right? So
yeah.
I really applaud all the people that give up a very honest opinion, being a realist in reality. That I find out that there's only a handful of them that made appearances in AFTV that speak their heart and voices out, and being a more realistic. They speak more towards a realist option, yeah, like Claude and like Troops and DT. Although these people, Kenny Ken is another one. Kenny Ken, Lee Judges, Lee Gunner. So these people, yeah, I would like to give a shout out for all these people, yeah, for keeping up, keeping all their channels active and keeping up all the content going as well, yeah. So make sure to tune into all these guys as well, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Especially
we have to support all these people, yeah.
Big up Lee Gunner, big up Claude. Big up Terry and Diesel, those guys, the Bansters. The
Bantras, yeah.
And you've seen with them guys how, there's the three of them guys, and then obviously, myself, is a new channel. Big up everybody, keeps YouTube going.
Omar's loving the dog, I guess.
You guys seen the dog? The dog made an appearance. Oh, Berliner. Oh. Oh, Nabry. Oh, look at Nabry. Oh, oh, Jesus Christ. He should have shot there. Instead, he crossed it. Melina's asking how the wife is. She's good, Melina. She is doing well, actually. So Steve says his steak dinner with potatoes and corn on the cob was brilliant last night. Do you know what, Steve? Right, I am proper envious, mate. Although
that's proper Brit dinner, man.
I had steak. Although I do love a good curry now and again. Listen, I like. Thing is though, when I eat curry, I have to eat it hot. I can't eat none of this mild curry. I have to have it like really, really hot and spicy. I can't eat mild curry.
Oh, you do take it hot and spicy, yeah, Daniel?
Yeah. Yeah, I love spicy curry. I think if you have a mild curry, it's like there's no point in having a curry at all.
Yeah, I agree with that, yeah.
Narrow, sorry, I'm not even going to pronounce that name. But he's new to the channel.
And who's it?
I don't know. What? Yeah.
Oh, I think it's Narek Papazian. We'll just give it a shot with Narek. Big up Narek in the chat, yeah?
So Steve's saying he's liking where the channel's going, and he said that you're fabulous as well. So that's Steve.
Oh, thank you very much, mate. Safe, yeah. Keep yourself well, man. We hope to get you on in the channel as well, yeah? Daniel, quick one, yeah?
Yeah.
If the season were to resume, we'll be playing Watford today. What do you reckon the score would be?
Probably about 2-1 to Arsenal.
Yeah, I'd go on with the same scoreline as well, yeah, because our defense has been shambolic all throughout the season. So I don't think so. We ought to kept a clean sheet. I think we'll just edge it towards a nerve-wracking 2-1 or 1-0. I don't see it. I don't see us keeping a clean sheet, to be honest. Maybe a 2-1 or 3-2. Gotta be a high-scoring match.
So Simpy's asking, what are you drinking?
Simply, I'm not on the alcohol, mate. I'm not in the alcohol. I'm just taking some in Malaysian words, energy drink, I would say. Red Bull, mate. Red Bull.
Everybody's putting him out the door.
They're one of the friendliest things, you know. They're one of the friendliest creatures. Yeah. Dogs. Yeah, one of the most unique things, you know.
Oh. Bayern Munich are 2-0 up now.
Oh, that's game done and dusted, yeah.
Melina said, smash the likes up for the dog.
That's an absolute banger of a finish, man. It's an absolute decent finish, yeah? It's a good finish.
Yeah. Well, yeah, not a bad finish at all, actually.
Wow. Out of the pocket, yeah? What a finish. Brilliant. Liam. Jesus Christ, mate. Liam just called us the Cray twins, mate, Daniel.
Yes, yeah. It's mad.
You don't really get an often headed finish here all the time in football. They're being underrated, the headers especially.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. There's not a lot of them at all. What a name. Buljama Pava. What a name. What a name.
You know something, Daniel? This guy, he was one of the outstanding players here in the World Cup as well. Pavard, yeah.
Yeah.
This guy, we were kind of linked to him, but I don't know what happened to the link actually. We faded off on the interest. I just don't get it with this Arsenal. They don't have to seem to have a very concrete interest on players. They seem to be linked with them at one point of time, and then they will lose their interest in that. Same goes with Kuzawa as well from PSG. You remember the PSG left back as well. We were linked to him, and then we didn't want him, and then we wanted him, and then we want him again, and then we didn't want him. It's kind of baffling, to be honest. Yeah.
I think we're still linked to him, aren't we, Kazawa?
Yeah, we are still linked to him. The reason being is because the French league has been called off, and he's a free agent in the summer as well. So that's a free transfer. But his outstanding demand of wages, it's I guess that's a stumbling block, right? And of course there will be also the signing on fee involved as well. So he would need a bumper pay package to enter Arsenal, and we are kind of flooded with left backs right now at the club, and we have Kieran Tierney, and we have also Saka that's playing out of position in left back as well, and is doing a pretty much good job. We have Kolasinac there as a left wing back as well. So I think like this is a unnecessary signing actually. And where would he play? Kolasinac is already in high wages. We can't be just ditching out one high package wage package from Kolasinac and moving on to Kuzawa. I don't feel he's any better upgrade of Kolasinac.
Yeah, no, I agree. Although I think we'll have probably Kieran Tierney as the first left back, as the number one left back, and then we'll have probably
Left Saka right there as well, playing out of position.
Yeah, but don't forget Saka will probably go back to being left wing. If we got another left back in, he'd probably go back up to playing left wing.
Arteta has really got a good record with developing these young players here. But the thing that questions my weighing up my options against Arteta is how he fares against the big name players, because not many managers have the mental strength and agility and the demands of the Premier League whereby they can handle a massive player, Like Unai Emery had a lot of bust up with a lot of big players in PSG, and hence Neymar and Mbappe, he had a lot of bust up with massive big name players, yeah. And I guess it has taken its toll when he was at Arsenal as well, because Ozil was the big name player at Arsenal, although we don't really rate him much. But he plotted his own downfall, I guess, and he died in Granit Xhaka's sword, I guess. And by putting him as a captain during a very horrible time for Arsenal, I think that really sealed his fate. Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on here? Union Berlin's got a corner. They've played quite well actually, even though they're 2-0 down. They have played quite well, in my opinion.
They're very conservative, yeah. Yeah, they're very conservative, I would say. They're very conservative. They are just afraid of conceding more goals. I think that's the way I see the game. It's going kind of like a play safe option rather than going on a counter attack. They're just depending on counter attack, as I can see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so the
mate.
commentary are talking about. Do you reckon that Neuer will sign a contract at Bayern? They're obviously his contract's up at the end of the season, I think, and they're talking about him signing a new contract. He's a great keeper, Neuer. He is a fantastic keeper.
You know the thing here, Daniel. The thing is, a lot of German players they don't tend to move abroad. I've seen this, and many German players don't move abroad. They prefer to stay around their own leagues unless they're a young potential upcoming talent, whereby they want to prove themselves in the Premier League or in a bigger stage. I have seen that happen in La Liga, whereby a lot of German players, when they reach the pinnacle of their stature, they tend to move to the Premier League, like Ike Gundogan, Leroy Sané, and then we have like we also had Michael Ballack, and there's only maybe a one-off scenario where we have about a 28, 29-year-old Lucas Podolski coming into Arsenal, and we have Serge Gnabry when we had him, and we had quite a lot of options of German players, but most German players tend to sign a contract extension with German sides and stay and see off their career back there. So that's a good thing. And that's one thing I applaud with this German team. And that's what keeps your football very unified, I'd say. And a lot of German successful coaches, managers, players, everyone seems to come from the same board and direction. Yeah.
Yeah. So Melina's saying it'd be great to do a subscriber quiz. Yeah. So Melina, all those plans are still going to happen. So what we can do is, and it actually have, like I said to you guys, back along having a regular co-host as well. Having two people is obviously better than one person as well, because you can talk and you can sort stuff out. And so what we'll do is we'll have two of you going head to head on the quiz. So we'll have like I said, I was going to do a head-to-head quiz. That can still happen. It just means that we'll have me and Kevin being the hosts, and then we'll have the two of you going. We'll have the two of you going head-to-head. So listen, got great plans for this channel, guys. So all your feedback is brilliant. So keep providing that feedback, and keep providing the what you'd like to see, and if we can make it happen, yeah. But listen, it's all great, all positive feedback, and do drive them likes up as well. Drive the likes up, and do drive the subscribes up. Listen, this stream has gone absolutely mad, the support and that. So yeah, keep it going, guys.
Yeah, Simpy, I do recognize that shot that he made against Argentina. Yeah, Daniel Pavard, absolute baller, man, absolute baller. I'm surprised we weren't linked to him quite long. We were linked to him quite long ago, but I don't know what happened to the rumors, especially because he's still in Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure where he is right now. I'm not sure where he was like from one of the Brazilian underdog teams, and he just came in down here to Europe, and he's doing pretty much well, and I really hope that Arteta can see these type of players, just bring them from one of these unrecognized leagues, and right now he's at Bayern, and Bayern has got an absolute bargain out of it. Yeah, Omar, I do agree. It's a kind of a boring game, buddy. It's seriously a boring game. I would say that Dortmund and Schalke yesterday, that was pretty much awesome. Yeah, that was pretty much awesome. There was a lot of good finish. There was a lot of intensity in the game as well. Although there was a lot of mistakes in the game. So yeah, I can see that.
Evening
Big
to
up
you,
Arsenal vlogs.
Arsenal vlogs. Yeah, I was just gonna. Evening to you, Arsenal vlogs. Hope you're well, mate. So do drive the likes up, everybody.
Omar, what's with the million? What's a million, man? Was it a chameleon or an alien? It's okay, Zippy, take your time, buddy.
What's that? Sorry.
No, Simpy is about to just go get some food, so I just told him, just take your time, buddy.
Yeah, no worries.
Omar's knackered, I guess, with the 4 streams that he has to monitor. So I understand that, Omar. Just chill, bro. Just chill. Take your time, buddy.
No worries. No worries, Omar. Listen, Arsenal vlogs as well. Yeah, listen, the virus is, listen, it is what it is. We've just got to be patient, and we've just got to hope that their lockdown will end soon, because, you know, listen, they've got to do what's right for the country and what's right for the people, haven't they? So, but listen, it is what it is. That's why I'm here to bring you great content. You know, like us, you know, I'm here to bring you great content, and hopefully Arsenal are back soon, so we'll be able to, you know, the club we love. Yeah, because listen, it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while before. It's going to be a while before fans are allowed back in the stadiums.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so do drive the likes up, everybody. Do drive the likes up, and do subscribe if you are new. Listen, this channel's gone absolutely mad.
You notice, Daniel, that after doing this live watch-alongs, yeah, the channel is growing. We can see that people are much more genuine about it, and they just come to subscribe. They just want to have a good time, a good laughter. They're all, yeah.
So Arsenal vlogs saying 18 months and the lockdown will be over. No, I think the lockdown will be over before that, Arsenal vlogs, but I think we're not going to be allowed in stadiums for possibly 18 months until they find a vaccination or a drug-based treatment.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Arsenal vlogs, I'm doing very well, mate. I'm seriously good. Just this lockdown is pretty much killing me, but things are going well. It's kind of slow, yeah. But, mate,
yeah,
I reckon you should come on soon, man. We got a lot of things to talk about, and perhaps having you on the channel as well, we can discuss a lot of things where we can help one another. We can pick up your channel as well, and of course, I would like to give a shout out for your channel, Big Up Arsenal Vlogs. Please, guys, go subscribe, like his content as well, and give him the utmost support he needs. Yeah, helping one another. That's how we grow each other, guys. All right.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the game over, guys. It's it finished Bayern Munich 2. It's finished Bayern Munich 2, Berlin 0. So
yep. It's an away win for Bayern.
It's an away win. What did you make of the game overall, Kevin?
It was pretty much stale, I would say. It was pretty much stale. The game was kind of slow. It wasn't picking up much of a pace. The game was getting interesting when the offside decision was playing a pivotal part, especially VAR coming into the fore. And once again, VAR has brought in the headlines with a negative call, I would say. But overall, it was a good performance, I would say, from Bayern, because Bayern had to push up some gear before they can expect the win. And it was at the right time that they got their goal, their first goal, their opening goal, and that was in the later stages of the first half. And when that happens, it practically demoralizes the opposition team. And to get an early goal in the second half as well, and when they in the midway of the second half, and that kind of seals the deal, though, with a great header. Yeah. And it was kind of a blunt strike force, I would say, from Bayern, but it's all good to go because it's just the first game of the season for them. So we must understand that they practically had no time in recovering and all this. So yeah, we do understand that.
Yeah, I think Bayern overall they did enough for the win. You know, it wasn't great, but they did enough for the win.
Yeah,
you know, I think they managed to. You know, they managed to do enough for the win, in my opinion. Zidane's put hello 3 times. Hello, Zidane.
Big up Zidane in the chat, mate. Big up Zidane. Big up Zidane, yeah? Hope you're well, buddy.
So Arsenal Vlogs here says Boris is doing a good job. Do you know what, Arsenal Vlogs? I'm not so sure. I think he's screwed up from start to finish. Yeah. Listen, man, he's not done a great job at all. I think he's messed up, you know. And that blooming health secretary, Matt Hancock or whatever his bloody name is. Yeah, I think he's screwed up, mate. Right, let's have a look here. So Arsenal Vlogs, you're saying 2022. You just said 2008. You just said 18 months. So are you going 18 months or 2022? Right, let's have a look. Yeah, no worries, Arsenal Vlogs. Listen, we'll get guests on. Obviously, for anybody who's joining late, like I said, I'm going to talk to Kevin off air about him becoming my partner in crime. So yeah, obviously we'll still have guests on. We'll still, you know, like I said, I've got good things going for this channel. So stay tuned. Yeah. You know, all the plans haven't changed just because I've got a regular co-host. So all the plans have not changed. If anything, it will make things slightly easier, and it'll be good. You know, obviously when I'm at Arsenal games, you know, Kev can obviously stream on my channel. Obviously, I'll talk to him about, you know, we'll talk off air and we'll talk about the finer details and stuff. But listen, guys, you know, lots of good things coming for this channel. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I get that.
Fire up the likes, everybody. Melina said, and I echo her. Arsenal Vlogs is asking, when do I think nightclubs will reopen? I'm not so sure. What's it over there in Malaysia? Have you guys opened up? Have you guys got stuff open?
Apart from the bars and clubs, nothing much has pretty much opened yet. All the other fast food outlets, restaurants are all open. Dining in is allowed, but it's only to a certain number, of course. Let's say if the restaurant has a 100-seater capacity, so there's only 50 people to come in. So that's how they do it. And right now, since I'm working as well, so I often use the public transportation. And whenever I go through the subway, of course, I'll have to go through a temperature check and hand sanitization before I enter into the train. And I also have to inform on which other locations that I'm going, so that that enables them with the contact tracing, of course. And so these are one of the preventive measures they're doing too. And they said these measures will be going through not for the next 1 month or 2 months. It's going to be going through until to the end of the year. And I think that's kind of like, it's a good measure. It's a good countermeasure, I would say, but it's kind of time consuming, but it is what it is, right? You can't do nothing much.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Let's have a look here. Right, let's have a look here. What have we got here? What have we got going on here? And Simpy's back. Hello, Simpy.
Simpy, is pizza on the line? You having a pizza, mate? Spaghetti?
Yeah. Listen, guys. Well, I'll read a few more chats out, and then I'm going to wrap up because obviously we've been going for quite a long time, and obviously, God, it must be late over there in Malaysia. I think it's like 3 o'clock in the morning or something.
Currently it's 2, mate. Currently it's 2. It's not that bad.
2 o'clock in the morning. Sophia, evening to you, mate. Evening to you. Hope you're well. Do smash the likes, everybody. Come on, let's get them likes up. Right. So Arsenal Vlogs is asking, when do I think we'll be able to see friends and go on trains? We can go on trains now, but it's not recommended. And as for seeing friends, I think that'll come in the next couple of weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, depending on the situation. And I think, Kevin, for you, I think can you guys already see friends, or is that not allowed in your over there?
I can still meet my friends. I can still meet my buddies around. But the thing is, I'm not able to travel interstate to go and meet them. I'm unable since I'm away from my parents. My parents are interstate, basically. So I'm about 300 miles away from my parents. And for unknown reasons, I'm unable to go to to visit them. So that's something kind of depressing, though. But it is what it is. And yeah, I see you guys in the chat and you guys in the comments and you guys in the streams as well. And this is what keeps making me move on. Yeah, and doing the thing what I do the most. I love coming in on the streams, sharing my opinions and thoughts, making some good friends, making some good puns out of people, and literally discussing about the club we love. Yeah, and I think it's the same goes to many other people around Arsenal blogs. I think you guys are coming up with a great content, socializing with people via your streams as well. So that's a good thing that you guys are keeping up. And I would like to have you on one day, and maybe we can share some things about. And Daniel is keeping up with good content as well, and inviting me today to do this watch along. And we are still in the midst of discussing many other things here to just progress further on this channel, like coming up with more quiz, coming up with Arsenal previews, coming up with a lot of things. You guys should just hit the subscribe button and just stay tuned to us, because we got a lot of ideas coming up. And if you guys can share your common thoughts and common knowledge on what we should do next, please hit it, and we will be most honored to do that.
Yeah, definitely. And absolutely, I echo what Kevin says. Keep hitting the subscribe button, keep hitting the like, and keep putting your ideas in, because ideas are very much most welcome on this channel. Right, let's have a look here. Yeah, thanks, Melina. So she said, such a great stream, a dynamic duo in the making. No worries, Omar. Omar's leaving the stream.
Omar gotta be back. I really felt sorry for me. Gotta be handling a lot of things here.
Yeah, and Simpy had Pizza Hut last night, and he's having leftovers tonight. Mate, that's the sort of thing I would do. Listen, I would have Pizza Hut, and then I'd put the rest of it in the fridge, and then eat the rest of it the day later. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, God. Thanks, Melina. Right, let's get to one more. Right, I'm going to end on that one. Hasn't Boris got a meeting on the 28th of May? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I think it just depends on what the R rating is. How are they handling it over there? Does your government have regular meetings, Kevin, about the coronavirus?
Daniel, funny you may ask, Daniel. The thing is, yeah, we had a political turmoil down here in Malaysia prior to this outbreak. Yeah, there was a change of government, and so things were kind of like heated down here. So it was kind of like the thing is, because we had a bunch of clowns handling the health and administrative and the administrative of the country. Yeah, so we literally had the same problem what the UK is having right now. And thankfully, fingers crossed, that this new government that came in, and they are doing a pretty much good job. And this guy that came in, and he is taking a very, very strict approach towards this virus. And there's a lot of things like social distancing and hand sanitizing, and like there's a lot of measures in place. And it's pretty much harsh for us here because we are the individuals that work around. We are the essential workers, right? So we have to move around in and around crisscross. There's even a countermeasure to see how many people enter the subway and how many people don't enter the subway, how many people get down on each stations. So it's a very, very strict measure. And happily enough, it's flattening the curve, and that's something to look forward to. Right now, sports is, well, has not undergone any start at right now, as of now, as we speak. Sports are still prohibited. There's no sport events right now. Even the Muslims, they celebrate this Hari Raya, right? This Hari Raya, this Raya festival, and even that has been called off this year, as we are one of the highest Muslim populous country in the one of the highest, yeah. So we have
Yeah.
a few million Muslims down here, and they are even unable to celebrate their biggest celebration of the calendar year. That's kind of sad, yeah. But we just, life must go on, right? So we just have to take the positives and just love each other and just move on with the things we have and be thankful, yeah, that we are still okay, still alive, and that's the way we look at it, right?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And I think that's what we got to do. I think we've all just got to just, be a little bit patient and just let the virus work itself out and let the professionals do their job, in terms of like the doctors and nurses and that, because they're doing a fantastic job, absolute fantastic job. And this will all pass. It will all pass. Well, there you go, guys. I think I'm going to wrap up now because it's been a fantastic stream. It's been an absolute amazing stream. Thank you to everybody who's participated. Kev, thanks for coming on, mate.
Yeah, no issues, mate.
It's been a phenomenal stream. Been an absolute phenomenal stream. Thanks to everybody who's contributed in the chat. And like I said, going forward, got big plans for this channel, so stay tuned. So keep hitting that like button, keep hitting that subscribe button, and until next time, it's goodbye from me and Kevin. It's goodbye from Kev.
Bye, guys. Stay safe.